how are you? I hope you're doing good. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about healing the root of your pain. This could be physical pain, emotional pain, mental pain, spiritual pain. We're gonna be talking about the patterns beneath the pain, how to free this feeling of stuckness, and understanding the root of it really helps give you another perspective and a different perspective about how to navigate issues you may be dealing with in your relationships or your life circumstances. Any life circumstances where you're feeling stuck and in pain, right? The body likes to operate in loops and routines. Those routines do not have to be good for you. They could be horrible for you, but it's what your body knows because it's what it adopted and stored in the nervous system from experiences that you've had in the past. So I'm gonna help you understand why this happens, and also at the end of the video, second part of the video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to get out of this, some practical tools, and we are going to be talking about how this connects you to your most authentic self. So your trauma is actually a gateway into your most authentic self, and I really want you to feel and understand that. I'm a living, breathing example of that, and that's what I work to share with you guys to feel, all right? So I'm gonna introduce myself. Please like and subscribe to this channel. If you support my channel, if you support these transmissions, they're like, oh, this helped me. I would love to hear from you in the comments about how it helped you. And my name is Grace Moralia. What I help people do is identify the root of their inner wounds or blocks or limiting beliefs that keep them stuck in repetitive cycles or patterns so that they can connect to who they really are and live their dreams, live their purpose, be connected to who they are, break free from conditioning of society to really live that true purpose of yours, and teach you and hold space for you to heal the subconscious woundings, because all of this stuff is subconscious patterns and blocks and old emotional weight. So when you clear that old emotional weight, you connect to this loving part of yourself, this self-loving part of yourself, this authentic truth, and you can live from that. And so that's what I teach you how to do in my one-on-one coaching. So I have one spot for one-on-one coaching available for the next month. If this is something you're interested in, you can check my testimonials below and read about it. But also there is a introductory call, free 30-minute call where you can talk to me about it, talk about what you're going through, and we can see if this would be in alignment for you to heal with me. Especially if you've tried other therapy modalities and haven't had success with that, then my work can be really supportive for you. All right, so let's get into it. I wrote notes because I want to be very specific here. So healing the patterns beneath your pain. First, we have to understand that the root. So if you experience something from your childhood that was painful for you to go through, it could be any circumstance, and you did not have the tools to process it. For example, you were left in, if someone was left in their room when they are crying and sad by their caregivers, then some of their needs, your needs, would not be being met in that circumstance, which then causes an emotional reaction of, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm feeling abandoned, I am not loved, things like this. Those thoughts are a response to the emotional charge that is created from the circumstance of being traumatized, of being abused. So this could be anything, right? It could be, being traumatized at work or at school, being bullied, being in a loving relationship and then it flipping on you and not being loving anymore, or having toxic tendencies that make you feel sad, right? So any situation that you find yourself in where you are having negative emotions and you're not able to process those get stored in the body. And when they're stored in the body, they turn into belief systems, patterns, woundings. And this affects and taints the visual representation you have of your reality. It's easier for me to keep my eyes closed when I'm saying things because I can channel better that way. So it puts on rose-colored glasses. For example, we're going to move back to if in childhood, and I'll explain how to heal your specific things in the next part, but this is important for you to understand. Let's say that, you were left in your room and you were not having all of your emotional needs met from your parents, right? So then that caused the belief of, I'm not good enough, I'm not important, I'm not seen, I am not fully allowed to be who I am here. So then that creates tendencies like being inauthentic, trying to fit into roles to get love that don't support you. For you, it might be people pleasing. That's one of the biggest things that I see, right? Over giving in a way that isn't authentic for you. And that is all because you didn't feel good enough at a certain instance because your needs weren't being met and you weren't feeling seen. Now, because you can't process things when you're younger or even older, we don't always have those tools, it creates these belief systems, and those belief systems ripple out into every area of your life. You're not just dealing with the belief system of not feeling seen or not feeling good enough or not feeling heard in your relationship to your parents. You're also feeling it in your relationship to money, your relationship to purpose, anything, because if something affects you in one area, it will affect you in another area. So we have to get to the root of why you're acting the way that you are. You may have patterns today that are physical pains, nervous system dysregulation. You might be gripping, holding tension, expecting negative outcomes, stuck in scarcity beliefs, stuck in anxiety, addictions, right? All of these patterns are various parts of you, okay? And we have to get to the root of why you're showing up in these belief systems. Why are you showing up in these belief systems? What is the emotional root? What is the core wounding that you experienced in the past that is causing you to show up this way now? Because it's not that you're not good enough. It's not that you're not loved. It's that you perceived that to be true in a certain circumstance. You didn't have the tools you needed. So that belief system continued to percolate and now is a foundational belief in your mind, blocking you from being who you are, blocking you from attracting soul-aligned love, blocking you from living your purpose, blocking you from receiving abundance, blocking you from receiving love. All the things. So if you want, for example, to be aligned with your soul, to break out of the matrix, to live purposefully, we have to see what keeps you from that, what beliefs keep you from that, what emotions are underneath the beliefs that are causing you to believe these things. Okay, so I need to talk about this next part and then we'll get into tools, all right? So these parts, they are parts. Emotions, beliefs are parts of you. They are not who you are. Who you really are is a loving, purposeful, powerful being. You are a spiritual being, no matter what your belief systems are, living a human experience. So you have a guidance system, you have intuition, you have truth, and your goal for healing should be to connect to your truth beneath the wounds. Connect to your truth beneath the wounds. I'm writing that down because that might be the title. All right. And I'll explain some examples from my perspective so that you can hear what I'm doing. I've been on this path for, I don't even know, 11 years now, but I have been in private practice for going on 5.5 years. And actually, 5.5 years. And, really, really training and understanding how to heal from traumas and wounds and old emotions by working with thousands of people from male and female, all age ranges, from all different walks of life. I've had the privilege to be in practice doing that, studying human psychology and what makes people who they are, what their core beliefs are, how to navigate and release those things. So I've had to go through my own initiations. Through my own initiations, I've been able to live a life and create a life that is purposeful. I'm sharing my art, I'm sharing my work. I live and make my income from my purpose, which took time to create, and living my truth and getting rid of whatever was not me. But the way that I did that was through shadow work that I'm teaching you here. The only things I've ever done, I'm teaching you in my videos. The only things I've ever done. And I'm very in alignment. And that doesn't mean I'm perfect, but I understand how to heal my pain and patterns. And that's the most liberating thing I've ever found out. So I just want to share that. But hear me out. So parts work. These emotions, patterns, beliefs are just parts of you that want to be healed. For example, you might have an addiction, or you might have any kind of addiction. Everyone has addictions, right? I mean, to something on varying scales. But beneath our patterns that we don't like are protection mechanisms that were set in place during harsh times due to negative emotions that we felt, and our psyche was trying to protect ourselves. So anxiety is a form of protection from feeling something deeper. Addiction is a form of protection from feeling something deeper. So the reason why you might feel stuck is because you want to outgrow those patterns and belief systems. However, you can't, because they're embedded in you and they are acting like a 5-year-old who hasn't gotten their needs met, like a 5-year-old that's crying, making noise, making a ruckus in your house or something because it feels let's say he feels sad and unseen and unheard and unmet, until you decide to give love to that part of you. That 5-year-old, the 5-year-old is going to keep crying. It's the same thing within you. Until you give love to the part of you that's feeling these emotions and patterns, you're going to be stuck in these loops and cycles. So it's important for you to know that you are not your patterns, but you are the person beneath the patterns. You are the love beneath the patterns, and love always exists beneath your patterns. By default, it is who you are. You just might not feel it fully, or some of you may, but you need to go deeper into more layers of healing and really do some more clearing. And that's why I facilitate also generational trauma healing, because you also inherit parts like unworthiness, fearing abandonment. Certain fears are embedded in your body from your lineage, point blank, period. So some of the stuff you're dealing with is not yours. So that's also why it gets deeper and more important for you if you want to live your dreams and connect to your purpose, that you have to do the deeper healing work, which is what I can help facilitate for you in a deep, holistic way, where you empower yourself, where you can love yourself, where you can break free and create a soul-aligned life, like a soul-aligned business. Share your art, be who you are, not let the past stop you from being this new version of you. That is what my coaching offers, and you can reach out if you're interested. Let's go. This is the transformation that I'm calling you into if you know you're made for that, right? You have to do the deeper work. So the parts will continue playing out until you heal them. And they are always emotions. And this causes physical pain. You have to ask yourself, what emotions are beneath my physical pain? What patterns are beneath my physical pain? This is how you break the cycle from this healing work, right? And remember that you might think, oh, I'm stuck. All right, what's beneath the stuck? Your authentic self is whole, complete, aligned, knows the truth, knows how to act on the truth. So you can use your pain and your trauma as a doorway to discover and uncover who you are and embody who you are on a soul level. Because think about your unfragmented, fullest expression of yourself. That is who you are, but it's just been tainted through life. which creates these rose-colored glasses again that make you perceive your relationships a certain way, make you perceive your money a certain way, make you perceive your career a certain way. No, this isn't who you are. You are free, but you have to do the work to be free, right? I have a tattoo that says be free. You have to do the work to be free, to remind yourself of this love. Take care of yourself in the way that you need to. Take care of your intuition the way that you need to. Follow your intuition. Love yourself. Say no to distractions. Say no to people who drain you. Say no to opportunities that drain you so that you can be who you are, which is what so many people in the world don't know how to do. And there are steps to take it. But when you heal, you hear your inner voice. So we're healing every day. This is a lifestyle. This is not a, oh, now I'm done. Oh, now I'm done. It is a culmination, culmination of every single action that you take every day. And if you're choosing yourself or not seeking for being perfect, but seeking for yourself to be real, to be on point, to be honest, to be following what you know, because that's what's going to make you happy. Nobody else is going to make you happy if you're not making yourself happy. I don't care what kind of lover you could manifest or create in your life. I don't care. You have to be the one that makes yourself happy. All right? So being brave to take these actions, and it really starts with, and this is the tool I'm going to give you. It really starts with how deeply you listen to yourself and what is in alignment, what is out of alignment. If you have a hard time doing that, why? What is blocking you? What belief is blocking you? Work on healing the belief systems and taking actions that affirm your well-being, affirm your inner connection, affirm your soul. This is how you create this happiness. All right? So this is my video for today. Let me know if this was helpful for you. I hope it was and gave you some clarity. I'll make more about this. I'm considering creating a more in-depth series. So yes. Anyways, I hope this was helpful and I will talk to you more later. Let me know in the comments and reach out if you are ready to come into your next level of one more spot. All right, love you. Bye.